Hello, good evening, my fellow insomniacs. I am welcome to sort of a reimagining of what I wanted to kind of do. I've been wanting to do a Bill Burr style Monday morning podcast type of thing for a minute. Never would I dare to say that I would be as good as that, but I want to learn how to talk into a mic and be entertaining without having to, have anybody to go off of. And I thought this might be a good start. I should be going from anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, and since it is about 10 o'clock in the evening and it's a Thursday night, I'm going to guess the people watching too are insomniacs just like yours truly. I digress. Now, excuse me. I wanted to kind of consolidate a couple of things I've been doing, so I'm going to go over some news articles I saw today that I found interesting. I got some Reddit Am I the Assholes up just that I saw kind of compelling that I wanted to check out. I haven't read any of this shit, and did you ever go to Costco? So we also, for those listening to the podcast after the fact, I do also have chat for YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you hear me answering questions to people who seem to be ghosts, I am answering questions in the chat. I did not get to go to Costco's. The gentleman in the chat had a wonderful idea of a little short video for me to make where I dress up as Mr. Rogers and do the whole bit. Given that I am going to be unemployed tomorrow at 5 p.m., that is definitely something that I have in the docket that I want to do. But it might not happen at least until I get reemployed, because not only do I want to get the outfit, I also want to do like a kind of pseudo set for a Mr. Rogers type of thing. Maybe get some of my writer friends and maybe like do a stupid little song, compose something. Could be interesting. But I digress. Before I wanted to get into just some of the more interesting stuff that I found today. So forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have been playing Fallout 76 basically since launch. I don't play it very often nowadays. It seems to me like due to some of the changes they've done with the scaling and, quite frankly, some of the gameplay mechanics that they've added. What I liked about Fallout 76 being, quite frankly, the best community in gaming has gone away with time, which is a shame. But I digress. Apparently there's a new feature coming out, and this is just a cock tease of thing by GameSpot. They say there's a significant new feature on the way, but we don't know what it is. Thank you, GameSpot, for showing us how useless games media is to this day. Please just go follow Jim Sterling, The Angry Joe Show, Young, whatever. Dylan Ruger says, the nice gentleman who suggested the Mr. Rogers thing, do you remember the suggestions I gave you? I do remember some of them. I don't remember them off the top of my head. I'll need to go back and look at your comments just to double check. If you want to resend them to me, Dylan, I would encourage you to just DM them to me on either through Discord or through Patreon. access me, you can text me directly through both the links you see on stream right now, which is patreon.com/HIMedia for my audio listeners, and bit.ly/HIM chat for anybody who wants to join our Discord community. Meanwhile, so to be fair, I've never really cared about Britney Spears' music, but as somebody who kind of like finds the idea of being a grown adult and having no power over your life unnerving, the whole Britney Spears conservatorship thing is just kind of bonkers to me. Apparently, her family, who have financially benefited from her practical enslavement, have been showing subtle shows of support. Her mother, Lynn Spears, shared a Bible verse via Instagram from the Book of John. It read, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." As for the Princess of Pop's sister, Jamie Lynn, she posted cryptic quotes via her Instagram story saying, "Once you choose hope, anything is possible. Dear Lord," and also, "Dear Lord, can we end this BS once and for all? Amen." The social media uploads came after Britney's hearing, in which a judge approved the Stronger Singers chose an attorney, I've never heard that song before. A former federal prosecutor named Matthew Rosengart. The dancer's court-appointed attorney resigned last month because, fun fact, when the person who, who's paying all your bills and you have complete control over, the one thing they can do is retire. And guess what? When you retire, all the money dries up. And so it's just disgusting. Meanwhile, the Surgeon General Vivek Marathi reveals that he's lost 10 family members to COVID. During a news briefing on Thursday, Marathi said it was painful to know that nearly every death we are seeing now from COVID-19 in the U.S. could have been prevented. Just for anybody who's not aware, I'm a lefty. I'm pro-vaccine. I don't think the government's trying to chip us, and I don't think vaccines cause autism. I'm at a point where I'm kind of like, I really don't care if people get vaccinated or not at this point, if they have strong enough opinions about it. Like, if they believe in science, that scientists and doctors, are good faith actors at all, at least most of the time they have your best interest at heart, then take the vaccine. If you're not because of political reasons, well, you just decided to be in the placebo group, and if you or any of your loved ones die, I don't feel sorry for you. It's your own fault for, falling for the hype. And before we get into the rest of the news, which goes into the recently released Kremlin papers, as well as a spicy questioning of Andrew Cuomo in a new sexual harassment probe, I kind of wanted to go over this "Am I the Asshole?" for posted on Reddit. It says, "Am I the asshole for only going to black salons? Hi there, this is my first post and it is a throwaway. I'm a 30-year-old white woman with thick curly hair, 3C if you know what that means. I've always struggled with my hair and was adopted into a family of people with straight hair who couldn't care for my hair properly, leading to huge knots and regularly getting my hair massacred by scissors to make it shorter and easier to deal with. When I went to uni, I met my best friend who is black and has a similar hair type as me. When noticing my struggle helped me out. She showed me hair products from brands intended for black people that helped with my hair quality, and even took me to the salon she went to that catered to black hair types. My hair has been amazing ever since. They've been the only people to understand how to care for my hair and make it look nice." Now on to the actual argument. Me and some friends from work went out to dinner. Dylan, commenter says, "I have autism." Okay. Doesn't change at all how I feel or how much I respect you as a person. I'll be honest. One of my commenters said he has autism, and I'm like, there's a very valid possibility I have it too, and it's undiagnosed. I just cope well, but I'm a supporter. Fuck autism speaks, all that stuff. But continuing on with the post, Well, on to the actual argument. Me and some friends from work went out to dinner and we were talking about our hair. I commented I go to a salon that specializes in black hair. One of the women, also white, commented it was inappropriate for me as a white woman to take advantage of black products and services that should only be used by black people. When I asked why, she said it's a kind of cultural appropriation. Really? I think that's. Even so, let's just move this down real quick before we continue. The others there agreed with her, and I felt uncomfortable ever since. I don't know if she's right, and if I am wrong, I don't even know what I'd do if it was wrong. I don't want to go back to the salons that butchered my hair before. Okay. Here's the thing. I have a question. If you have coarse hair and not fine hair, and you have had your hair butchered for years, tell me why. Oh, and thanks to Dylan for the ad on Discord. Tell me why you should feel bad about treating your hair. Like, it's not like there is a deep problem in this country when it comes to black hair and in our conversations around it. Like, people can be like, people have hair like that, like that aren't, you know, African American or black. I think that your friends are what we would call social media, like lefties, like liberals. Like they're not. They've never experienced any of the things, and they haven't actually talked to somebody who's experienced the things that they're commenting on. And I wonder if they're even really your friends if they didn't ask follow-up questions like why. I mean, if you have coarse hair, they should be able to like at least like look at it a little bit and notice like, hey, maybe this woman, like maybe my friend has to go there for a reason. But like a lot of white women in this country and a lot of other white folk in this country who don't understand that how black hair works. There it is. On to a couple comments. Not the asshole. Black woman here with 4C hair. You use the products and resources that best suit your needs. I wouldn't be a black versus white issue if the beauty industry recognized the need and taught students how to do all types of hair. Yep. Not only that, but the OP is actually helping black-owned business. Yep. Very white, very curly hair. Recently started using products designed for black hair, and they've been wonderful till night and day results. Da 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 da. And it's all that. Yeah. I think people are just. This is one of those like gimme posts that are just stupidly like simple. Like, this person's obviously not the asshole. Moving on. Let's get into the Andrew Cuomo news. Just a little bit. Andrew Cuomo to be questioned in a sexual harassment probe. Governor Andrew Cuomo is set to be grilled this week as part of an independent state probe into allegations he sexually harassed current and former female aides, a source familiar with the matter said Thursday. Outside lawyers by the state attorney general Leetta James plan to question Cuomo on Albany on Saturday. The move may be a signal that sign that the 4-month investigation is entering its final stages, according to the New York Times, which reported the first development. But Cuomo and other witnesses could still be re-interviewed depending on what he says and other evidence is uncovered. James is on track, however, to issue a report on the findings by the end of December, a person familiar with the probe told the Times. Meanwhile, Kremlin papers appear to show Putin's plot to put Trump in the White House. So just a disclaimer, these papers, I've heard about it on the Philip DeFranco show. I highly encourage you guys go check him out. He's very, very good. Unfortunately, these papers, they seem too good to be true. It's like, while a lot of people in the intelligence community and experts all agree these are most likely credible real leaks, there are some red flags with them in terms of just the fact that I believe it was the Washington Post that released the documents, was very hesitant to put their definite, these are definitely legit, and they're obviously too good to be true. They basically sort of prove the Russian plant theory in the sense of like, we didn't pick him to be this, but we're going to manipulate the system to put him into office because he's unstable. He has an inferiority complex. Now, I'm not saying that to be political. I'm just stating the fact that Trump cares about appearances, and anything outside of his wheelhouse that isn't about him, he doesn't care about. You know, he is a narcissist. That's not like, I'm not trying to be a partisan hack or anything when I'm saying that. And these papers, while damning, if true, these just released, so have to have these cook for a little bit to see if they're as legit as people say they are. Meanwhile, another "Am I the asshole?" post real quick for you viewers. Am I the asshole to tell my father he has zero authority over me? Male 35. I'll preface this by saying I'm completely financially independent from my father, and we don't have the best relationship, though most time it isn't hostile. Anyway, on the 4th of July, American Independence Day, for those who do know, and our international viewers, my family had a barbecue at my grandma's, my father's mom's house. Bought some legal fireworks, partly for myself, but mainly for my nieces, 5 and 10. I cleared this with my grandmother first. I set them off, and my dad tells me to stop. I ask why. He immediately gets mad and says because I said so. I tell him he has no authority over me, and thus I don't have to follow his orders, and that grandma told me it was okay. He got even more mad and started screaming at me. I basically just ignored him and started lighting them again. He went inside. He's still pissed about this and wants an apology. Not gonna happen. I think I may be the asshole is that while most of my relatives, including my grandma, say I was in the right overall, they think I should have tried to talk to him inside so my nieces didn't witness the altercation. Okay. I understand Okay. So this actually hits a little home to me in my own personal problems, just because I have this kind of issue, same kind of issue with my own father. In terms of like, hey, like, don't tell me what to do all the time. But I'm completely with you on that. However, your relatives do have some level of they're kind of right in the sense of just don't say that in front of the kids, especially a 5-year-old and 10-year-old, because they're going to ask uncomfortable questions. And if there's one thing I know about children, is they remember everything. They don't miss a fucking beat. Not one. Not one at all. But we will be right back. I'm gonna go grab a refill of some water because I'm dehydrated, and we'll be right back with more of the show. See you in about 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I'm live right now if anybody wants to hop. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the wait. We appreciate you. And I wanted to talk to you guys about employment. So, just a little update. So, for those who don't know, I went into a wonderful program called the Year Up, like YEAR Up program. Fantastic program. I highly encourage anybody with any type of like desire to like better their lives, join it if you have it available in your area. It's amazing. That being said, I unfortunately, just through a string of bad luck, have not been able to retain a job through it, which has been unfortunate. Just, quite frankly, a series of unfortunate events. Part of the reason I started this new venture is because, well, I'm going to be unemployed for a little bit. I'm hoping it's not very long, but in the meantime, I still need to have something I should do. And even so, I figured this might be a good. I figured this might be a very good start. Even so, I did want to talk about a really interesting conversation I had the other day. So, as people know very well, I'm a gigantic freaking nerd. And I did end. I play if there's one game that I probably play more religiously than any other, it would have to be Elder Scrolls Online. And to be quite fair, I haven't been playing it as much, which is kind of bums me out a little bit. I enjoy it deeply, but unfortunately, I just got burnt out. I took enough gold to pay my dues for my guilds for at least a couple months, and now we're just vibing. I see a lot of people have a lot of issues with the game and a lot of frustrations with it. They're valid. At the end of the day, it's like it is an MMO. It's kind of hard to expect any type of multiplayer entity to hold up to the general refinement and storytelling of a AAA like Bethesda RPG. Everyone's tried to make a good RPG MMO RPG with good story, and it's never good enough. In fact, the only one with a good story, which I believe it was the Two Worlds one, that actually had like really interesting quests, was a fucking failure. I remember that you actually had to go out of the game to research stuff to like figure out the clues in detective quests and stuff. Like, that's great game design, and it fucking failed. And it bothers me to this day that, something as good as that. Like, I found out it existed after it was already gone. It's kind of like learning that, like finding out, like seeing a game you bought in a bundle, in like critically reviewed well and beloved, like Nosgoth, and then realizing, oh, I can't play it anymore because they took the servers down. Shit. But what can you do? It is what it is. Well, it's so this actually kind of, speaking of Nosgoth servers getting shut down, Ubisoft shutting down servers. So there's actually a pretty there's actually like a big scandal that happened. Ubisoft is actually shutting down servers for some of its classic games. So Assassin's Creed 2, Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands, Far Cry 2. Oh no. Oh, I own Far Cry 2. Oh shit, I own Far Cry 2. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. That's okay. But they're basically shutting down the online content for part of the games. Here's the problem, though. So there's one game, a couple games like Might and Magic X Legacy, which has significant portions of the single player content and the DLCs locked on online servers. And when they shut it down, nobody could access those parts without like having to like get a cracked version of the game or whatever. Listen. Good Old Games has proven that games can be profitable without DRM. Like, I genuinely think that most people are going to buy games and own them on platforms like Steam and Xbox and PlayStation and all these things. Why? Because the benefits of having these games on something like Steam, especially as a PC user, far outweighs just getting it for free. And I'll tell you why. It's because Steam automatically gives a lot of old classic games online support through their own servers. Borderlands 1 used GameSpy to allow you to connect to other people. It became defunct and you couldn't connect through it anymore because it died. Well, guess what? They allowed you to. They basically made Steam like functionality added to it. And now you can play the old school old Borderlands 1 with people, and still find people to play with. All through Steam. There are benefits to buying a game legally. I am not going to download a game illegally if it means like I'm not going to have my progress saved in the cloud and I'm not going to like listen. I pirated, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim when I was like 13, 14 years old and didn't know any better, and I didn't have money, and I didn't have parents who thought video games were worth time or money, and so I had to be creative. I pirated games. Dude, and it wasn't until I got my first job it wasn't until like I got like a Steam gift card or whatever that I bought like at age whatever. Like I used a pirated copy of Dragonborn to have the third DLC of Skyrim for years, even though I already owned Skyrim, Hearthfire, and Dawnguard. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it's hard to beat free, but there's a level like if you have money and you have access. Like, listen, kids are gonna do what they do because parents don't watch their damn children. God, no, my parents didn't monitor my internet, like my internet usage. But you can't have these games just disappear like this because it's going to push people to the black flag. Like, if a game I want to play is incapable of if I can't buy it from the person who created it, if I have to spend hundreds of dollars to get it, here's a prime example. Pokemon Emerald. I distinctly remember a year-long journey to get a refurbished working copy, legit copy of Pokemon Emerald. I still have it to this day. And when I tell you that after the third time my shit got stolen in the mail after buying it off of eBay, I broke down in the kitchen of my parents' kitchen when I was still living with them. Like, I'm being honest here. Did I want to play that? Do that? No. If I could have bought fucking Emerald on my 3DS at the time, bought it, played it, transferred Pokemon to it through to Pokebank, and did it that way, I would have loved that. That would have been so much more convenient. And I would have appreciated it a lot more. But no, now I'm basically having to essentially, I have to spend hundreds of dollars trying to get the right. Like I literally learned how to, just by looking at a picture, identify whether or not a copy of a Pokemon game from the third generation was a fake. Y'all can set like freaking at my Twitter. If you guys are trying to buy a copy of Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, or Pearl, or Heart Gold, Soul Silver, send me a fucking picture of the thing on eBay, and on at Twitter at Real High Media. It should be in my. It should be in this. Check out. It should be in a pin post on that. That Twitter will be on my in the pin post on the page on my Patreon. Which should be on screen for those who are listening. It should be down below in the description. If you don't, I said it earlier. It's patreon.com/HIMedia. And just send me just send me pictures of the stuff you want to buy, and I'll tell you like whether or not it's a fake or not. Like I literally like learned how to like flip it around and like be able to tell through the just like by the placement of the numbers on the back of a DS cartridge. It's baffling. Not only is it, you know what? No, it's not only baffling. It's fucking absurd. And then Nintendo will give people flack for killing for basically downloading ROMs and emulators and shit. Like, bitch, like here's the thing. Y'all have Pokemon Gold and Silver for sale. I will never pirate Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, Red, Blue, or Yellow. Why? Because I can buy them and get them on my 3DS. I have no reason to illegally download them. None whatsoever. I am able to pay for it and have a working original version of the game in a much more convenient fashion. Pokemon Emerald, on the other hand, if y'all release that a GBA Virtual Console as part of the Nintendo Switch, like virtual library, I'm all fucking for that. Could you imagine? Oh boy. Moving on. Yeah. So, but that's that. I got really passionate there for a moment. I think I'm gonna go. I got my water is out again, so I'm gonna go. Be right back, and we'll see you guys momentarily after this brief break. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And and we are back with a guest joining us for the last little hump of the show. It is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, Mr. P.T. Sean himself. So, for those of you who are unaware, Mr. Sean here, Mr. P.T. Sean here, is my co-host of the of our video diary series called A Quick Question. We recently hit our 50 episode mark. Mazel tov. Let's where's the fucking soundboard? That's not the right one. Oh wait, you can't hear the soundboard, can you? Oh no. Oh no. I just realized. So, Sean, I actually got a soundboard set up to play as time goes on. Ooh, I might need to figure that out at some point. That's annoying. Oh well. Oh no, I just made a joke. But either way, so my friend, for those who follow both me and Sean, you will know that this lucky SOB just got his hands on a crisp, clean, pristine new PlayStation 5, courtesy of... So, was that the basically the Ink Ninja game I saw you playing the other night? Is that the sound design on that was amazing, wasn't it? And so they really just sent you a PS5 out of nowhere as a thank you. Nice. Well, that's certainly one way to do it. How's Bucket Boy doing, by the way? Oh, dead? Oh, shit. No wonder I haven't seen him in any of your live streams. That's good. Wait, I forget. Is he English or Scottish? Or Welsh? He's a funny guy. Nah, hate the country, not the people. Oh god. Yo, I do be saying though, like the best way to fix the opinions from an American that nobody fucking asked for. I genuinely do think you could fix the problems with Brexit. It's just as simple as just Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Ireland all come together with their own and make a new United Kingdom and kick England the fuck out of it. They shouldn't have, and the problem is that right, and the problem is that England has the most people in it. The southern UK, England has the largest human population. It is a lot, and and it's part of, and that's why they have the majority voting power in Parliament, which kind of suck. But I was actually talking. Did you hear about the Ubisoft stuff where they shut down a bunch of servers for games? They shut down. Let me reopen the closed tab. The games that they've already shut down are Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lockdown, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, a big one, Assassin. Yeah, A big one, Assassin's Creed 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Prince of Persia, Forgotten Sands, Far Cry. Ooh, Far Cry 2 is another hard one. Anno 1404. Apparently, Might and Magic Clash of Heroes, Might and Magic X Legacy, Splinter Cell Conviction, The Settler 7, all for PC or on the chopping block, or on June 1st, meaning they've been done, son. 2. Yeah, so it's not. Well, the thing is it was more realistic. It had a lot more gritty realism to it, and it was also like more realistic in how it played as well. Plus, it was also kind of like in a landlocked. Like I was actually like before I had the idea to sit down and start doing an hour long radio show. I was actually just gonna like do a Far Cry show thing. I'm unemployed in 24 hours, so I'm playing Far Cry 3 to deal with my anxiety. And I was just gonna play up until like you get that until you get to the burn where you have to burn the farm, and that dope ass song by Skrillex and Damian Marley comes on. Yo, how the fuck did that go? And the question is, how can I play it? Oh wait, do I have a rhythm bot on here? I don't. That's a shame. Ah, fuck. I gotta get a rhythm bot in here so I can start playing music and shit for us. But what I am gonna do is I'm absolutely gonna play that song in the background for all the lovely people listening low. Make Yeah. Bro. This is true. I need to get better at doing it. Bro, we really be saying the dumbest shit in our videos too. I've noticed it's dude. It's bad, man. Like you think that like a fancy new schmancy new piece of hardware would be better. You, yo, bro, we gotta get you an Elgato. We gotta get you an Elgato. Bro, man, I'm telling you. Bro, I got an extra. We can get you a camera. We get you an Elgato. Elgato costs it's a bit, but it's in like I know you have enough in your GoFundMe for an Elgato. Yeah, I get you. I got you. You're just like, nope, not happening. I actually haven't watched it yet. I was actually thinking about watching it on a live stream reaction to it. I have no idea who could have done that. I plead the fifth. I figured advertising your content would be better for the series. You have a better production value than I do anyhow. Are you really mad that I got you 100 views on that shit? You were bugging, weren't you? You're like, oh no, oh no. I really hope I didn't have money coming out of this. Yeah. Yo, one sec. But before, sounds like a mobile game. Yo, did you ever pay? Did you ever pay the Gotcha money pack for Brawlhalla? But bro, you get all them characters though. I got you. All right, fair enough. Nice. Yo, so hold on. So, have you heard about this new Smash Bros. Game? Except it's not Smash Bros. It's Smash Bros. Like, but it's called Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. So the gameplay of it. So like the actual game, like the gameplay style of it is so the act is actually like, yeah, it's basically function like the gameplay functions like Smash. Hey, can I tell you? Can I give you one reason why? Can I give you one reason? Exactly one reason why I know you're gonna play this. You're gonna get this game and play it. Well, you have the obvious: SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. Nigel from the Wild Thornberries. Powdered Toast Man from Ren and Stimpy. Helga from Hey Arnold. Reptar from Rugrats. I don't know if I think that he was confirmed, but we didn't see him in the trailer. Yeah. Here's where I'm going to sell you on the game. You know who else is in it? Leonardo and Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure. I think it's the one that Nick has, but it's still the Leonardo and Michelangelo. I think it's the newer one, but at the end of the day, it's still the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so I'm not fucking complaining. I don't think so. Yes, those. Here's the next one. Zim from Invader Zim. And here's how I'm gonna sell you. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? Danny fucking Phantom. Come on, bro! Come on, bro, are you telling me that I'm gonna not unalive fucking SpongeBob with Danny fucking Phantom? Are you kidding me? If he is not like a Fox style like combo bait character, I'm gonna be pissed. Bro. Yeah. Yo, dude, Danny Phantom and Avatar: The Last Airbender are like the only two shows I can think of where yes. I wish they put Aang in there, but he's not he hasn't been confirmed. Dude, they cannot not put Aang in that game. Are you kidding me? But yeah. She's the bitch. But yeah. Yeah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to the I Can't Shut Up Unless You Tell Me To radio show. Sean, thank you so much for coming in as my guest tonight. I genuinely do appreciate it. After you hop out of Discord, I'll call you after the stream's all done and all that, because I'm still trying to work out a couple kinks, try and make it so like I can kind of like silence like Discord in the sense of like it's not coming into the all that nonsense. But I digress. But let's please, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Please, and listening, for the podcast listeners at home, please go, if you aren't already subscribed to him, go subscribe to PT Sean. This man is gonna be the most successful person in our crew as far as media goes. Just you wait. 10 years from now, he's gonna be a fucking sensation. ladies and gentlemen, this has been the very first episode of my new radio show. I'm still trying to figure out of how often I want to be doing this nonsense, but we'll see where it goes from here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time. Hop out of Discord, bro. I'll see you in a little. I'll call you in a moment.